You felt it before, standing at the edge of a dock, floating in the ocean with nothing beneath your feet, looking at a dark photo. Fuck! Fuck. You felt it before, standing at the edge of the dock, floating in the ocean with nothing beneath your feet, looking at a photo of dark, open water, and feeling something twist in your chest. Something old, something you cannot name. That feeling has a name: thalassophobia. The fear of deep, dark, open bodies of water. Not the fear of drowning, not the fear of waves. Something more primal than that. The fear of what's beneath you. Here's something we're sitting with. The ocean covers over 70% of the Earth's surface. And of that vast, crushing, lightless expanse, we have explored less than 20% of it. 80% of the ocean's floor has never been seen by a human. We have better maps of Mars than we do of our own ocean floor. The average depth of the ocean is 3,688 meters. That's nearly 2.5 miles of water above you, pressing down. And in the deepest point, the Challenger Deep in the Marianas Trench, the water above you would crush you under 11 tons of pressure per square foot. You're not built for this place. No part of you is. Your body can't withstand the pressure. Your eyes can't even perceive the darkness. And even with every piece of humanity's technology, we have barely scratched the surface. The ocean doesn't care about you. It doesn't even know you're there. Now let's talk about what's down there with you. Because here's the thing about the deep ocean. It's full of life. Life that evolves in a place without light, without warmth, under crushing, bone-shattering pressure. Life that had become something strange just to survive. The angular fish, a creature that dangles a glowing lure from its own head. In total darkness, waiting. Just waiting. Rows of teeth curved inwards so that anything that enters its mouth cannot escape. The giant squid. For centuries, sailors reported sea monsters dragging ships beneath the waves. We laughed at them. Then we found the giant squid. Eyes the size of dinner plates. Tentacles lined with separated suckers that leaved circular scars on the skin of sperm whales. The Greenland shark. It moves slowly, barely at all. It can live for over 400 years. The oldest one ever found was born before the Pilgrims landed in America. It has been circulating in the dark for 4 centuries. And those are just creatures we've found. There are places in the ocean where no light has ever reached, where the pressure would collapse a submarine, with the temperature hovering just above freezing. And yet, life is there. Something is down there. We just don't know what. So why do we feel it? Why does dark water trigger something that feels almost like recognition? Like the body remembers something that the mind has forgotten. There's a theory. Our ancestors have spent millions of years as prey. And the one rule that kept them alive longer than most: don't go where you can't see. Because predators live in the dark. Predators live in the deep. And anything that could hide in murky waters, beneath a riverbank, under the surface, was something that could kill you before you could even see it coming. Thalassophobia isn't irrational. It's your nervous system doing exactly what it was designed to do. It is the ghost of every ancestor you've ever had, whispering the same warning they learned with their lives. There is something down there, and it can see you, and you cannot see it. Let's talk about what's actually been pulled up from the deep. In 2012, filmmaker James Cameron descended alone to the Challenger Deep. He spent 3 hours on that ocean floor. He described it was a place that felt lunar, barren, hostile. But when he returned to the surface, he said something that stuck with me. He said the most unsettling part wasn't the darkness, or the pressure, or even the isolation. It was the feeling that the darkness wasn't empty. People are afraid of sharks. And look, sharks are real. Sharks can kill you, but the average person has a 1 in 3.7 million chance of dying to a shark. Here's what should actually scare you: rip currents. Rip currents. Invisible, pulling outwards from shore. Responsible for 80% of all beach lifeguard rescues. You cannot outswim them. You can only try not to panic. Open water drowning. Not dramatic, not a struggle. Drowning, in reality, is nearly silent. A person slips beneath the surface. 10 seconds, 20, and they're gone. And then there's this. And yet, there's something else thalassophobia does that we don't talk about enough. It doesn't just repel, it pulls. There's a reason humans have always lived near water, always been drawn to it, always stared into it, always built myths and monsters and gods around it. The ocean is terrifying, and we love it anyways. We sail it, we swim it, we stare into it from the shores and feel something impossible to name. Something between peace and dread, something that feels somehow like home. Maybe because we came from it. 4 billion years ago, the first life on this planet emerged from the ocean. Every creature that has ever lived on this land traces its lineage back to something that once swam in the deep. The fear you feel when you look at the dark water, maybe that's just not instinct. Maybe that's just memory. Don't look down. Uh, uh, yeah, 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 I was naive to believe she was mine when I begged her. Because when I came to learn that none of us could truly have her, she was for the streets. I'll never be her only mans. I couldn't believe it when I found her with an OnlyFans. When I clicked the link inside her gram, I saw a version of her that I couldn't understand. Oh my god.